What's up, everybody? This is episode 2 of the 1 million traffic series. What this is a challenge where I am seeking to get 1 million site visitors without spending a penny. That's like $1 million in traffic. So without further ado, this is episode 2. Let's jump in. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about strategy. I've got a visual set up here, and this basically encapsulates the overall growth strategy that I'm employing to be able to drive traffic to the site. So let's go through each page and let's talk about like some of the nuanced things that are happening in each part of this strategy that are actually delivering value in site traffic. But before we do that, let's take a look at the numbers. So we broke our 1,000 traffic mark this past week. And if I go to the last 14 days, you can see that there's been some growth, not in overall users, but actually in activity, which is really interesting. So when you see the views go up, that's telling you that people are looking at multiple pages. This is like an amazing number. Basically, is like 6 pages on average per person that's coming to the site. So that's showing like a pretty heavy amount of engagement with the technology. And then on the event count side, you have this big boost. So this is like 2,000 events over 123 users. What this means is that there's like a massive amount of interaction actually happening on the site. People are clicking things, people are uploading things, people are downloading things. That's happening at large volume on the site. So we know that this is incredibly high quality traffic. And the other reason we know is because in just the past 7 days, and this is something important, we had 65 people come to the site, but we got a meeting booked out of that. If you typically are generating 65 site visitors, you're typically not really getting that much volume. But this is where I think it's really important to understand, like, what is SEO? When you are creating content and creating a web of content, it helps answer questions, builds trust with an audience. So it's not just about being visible or getting your ads seen. It's about connecting with people in a way that they actually have trust in what you're doing and what you're building, so that when they come to your site, they actually want to interact more and get to know it more deeply. So now we're looking at a full strategy diagram. And at the core, we have our website. Our website is where we like to drive all traffic to. That's where we're looking for the analytics. That's what matters the most to us, because the website is where people can transact, book calls, get involved with our business. That's where we want people to really get to know us and get to understand our offerings there. So how do we drive content to it? Well, we have a few platforms. We have our LinkedIn. So we do have an Instagram. We don't post to it a ton. That's mostly because our audience just isn't like a consumer audience for this. It's really oriented more toward people who are actually growing companies or operating them. So it's more of a LinkedIn audience. And even then, I would say LinkedIn is not like a huge priority for us. Like, it's something we use to get to know people and connect, just like I think any other firm, but it's not like we're doing some sort of like crazy, mind-blowing different things. The second pillar is the video content. So you're watching one of the pillars of our SEO strategy. Something that I think you should know when you are doing content these days is that YouTube is really important for SEO, because YouTube, owned by Google, it's actually like taking the words that you're uploading, transcribing them, and then extracting like topics for the video. So like every word that you say in a video, if you post that video to your site onto, let's say, a blog page with maybe a summary, maybe not even a summary, maybe just the video, it has massive ramifications for SEO, and it's a lot easier to lift the rankings on all of the pages across your site. So the video piece is huge. I also like video for the personal relationship side. So I think if you guys don't get a chance to like really just like see this naturally, if you're getting served ads or just like really, really done up content, I just feel like it misses the point. So that is the premise behind the video content. And then the final piece is Yugen Media, which is a Substack that we have. So Yugen Media is a pretty interesting Substack. I'll show you what it looks like. Look at that. So we get these great articles with these interesting people in there. You can see there's a lot of links that are put into the articles. So our team actually writes these articles, publishes them just based on what's going on. See this one sourced from TechCrunch. And then we link back. So this is a very, very important part of doing any sort of content. Substack is interesting too, because Substack is kind of an SEO hack. So once we started publishing these articles, that was what we determined was the cause for actually some of this recent site traffic growth. You're seeing like big numbers in terms of like our core, these are our core kind of like product pages. The CLM page and the Andromeda page are like the two that we really drive toward. And that's telling you that even after last week, there's consistent increased growth. So last week is when I recorded the first video. It's just really exciting to see that. And over here, you're seeing growth in the referral, a little drop this week in the organic search, but a referral could mean that you're grabbing the link from somewhere else. So probably people are grabbing the link from here and they're finding us. So that's one exciting piece. So just so you can visually see the blog as well, these are the blog articles. You know, this is where things are posted. And as you get down here, we have links in the blog post that link back to our page. So that's one way to do it. You can link out as well. So that is the overall strategy. We post to the blog once or twice a week, maybe sometimes more. We post to the Substack every day. The social media, we do maybe twice or thrice a week. And then the video content, we do about twice a week. So this is not like hard. This is not like really time consuming. This is a fairly easy to execute strategy. And you can actually, where most people would do a strategy like this, you can actually utilize things like how we have Yugen Media set up as a news source. I could actually be utilizing that as a source of content to be creating reaction videos or commentary articles or different things like that too. So like it gives me a great source of material where I can grab an article from Yugen Media, I can post it on LinkedIn, and I can talk about what I believe regarding that, and then I can make a video about why I did that and how it's actually going to be driving traffic to educate the market on SEO and the different marketing activities that you can do. So last episode, I showed you how to generate the organic content using YG3. All of our stuff is being generated utilizing our platform. So whether it's Elysia helping plan video content ideas, or even putting together the whole strategy that very much comes from Elysia's core, just really having conversations with her and talking about strategy. And I wanted to just close it with this case study. I just think this is like a really good example of, like my numbers are great, but it's better, I think, to cite someone else who, had a successful experience just doing it completely themselves. And so this is a CRM competitor to like Salesforce and HubSpot that was very small but needed to grow. And they were able to build a similar strategy, multi-channel, where they were using content, social, and email. They were able to grow their organic traffic by 97% and their leads by 43%. And that's the point. Like I told you last week to this week, we had a total, this is not a big number. We had 65 people come to the site, and that resulted in a meeting booked on our calendar. So having people actually come in and book is like kind of what I said earlier. It's that trust factor that really drives that. The ability to get someone to convert is a trust factor. So there's two parts to this. Like this strategy up top, this is how you get people to the site. But once you get them to the site, you also have to build trust and teach them how to convert. And so we'll get into that piece a little bit later on in this journey. Right now, in the initial phases, we just want to start focusing on strategy, start focusing on posting, and start examining, where is the interest, and allow that to drive our content. So basically, because we know that the interest is in omnichannel marketing and it's in AI ownership, those are the topics that we are seeking to talk about, and that also guides all the content we put into the Yugen Media side. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. But other than that, this is episode 2 of our 1 million traffic series, and I'm really excited to take this journey with you guys. I have a number in my head. I think it's gonna be like probably 50 episodes or so to get this thing done. I'm hoping we can get it done in like 6 months. Let's see, maybe that's optimistic, maybe that's really conservative, but we'll find out. The entire response is based on how well is my message resonating with the audience. So as we go through this series, you'll also watch me evolve, and I think that will be educational for anybody. That being said, have a great rest of your day, and this was episode 2.